What's going on, beautiful people? This is the Perspective Chasers podcast, and I'm your host, John. On this episode, I want to talk about New Year, New You. As always, this is my perspective, and so let's get into it. Every time January comes around, we all make the promises to ourselves, I'm going to change this, I'm going to change that. And sometimes we stick to it, sometimes long term, sometimes only for a little bit. But realistically, more often than not, we end up reverting back to our old ways. So how can we set ourselves up to make permanent change? How can we set ourselves up to succeed opposed to just making a goal and hoping that we hit it? In my experience, when you actually sit down and kind of do the due diligence and see what's going to get in your way and what can help you, for example, if you're looking to quit smoking, find something to occupy your hands or break routines and habits. Same with like drinking, find different social circles or different places to frequent, to socialize, because obviously I live in London, so socially drinking's a big thing, and it is in a lot of the world. So if you don't drink, or if you don't want to drink, that can be very difficult for people. So finding things to do that don't involve alcohol would always be a win when it comes to anyone wanting to come off drink. But no matter what it is you're trying to do, if you sit down and just kind of take inventory and give yourself a kind of tick list of how you can best set yourself up to succeed. If you know that you can get something to fidget with so you don't want to smoke, and you can get nicotine patches so your body don't crave nicotine, this, that, like whatever it is, if you know that there are steps that you can take that are going to help you to succeed, put them in place beforehand, because it's going to make that journey to your goal a lot easier, and therefore you're going to make it a lot more likely that you're going to get there. Like, nobody makes these resolutions, or nobody sets out to change if they're happy with how they are. So set yourself up best you can so you can make permanent change and again chase that happiness that everybody's always looking for. There's only so much that haplessly trying is going to get you. So the more that you try to understand your behaviours, understand what's stopping you from achieving your goals and what's got you in the cycles before, that's how you break them. So taking that time beforehand to see what your triggers are, see what situations kind of make things better or worse. Like, at the end of the day, it's always about managing yourself. Even if it's financial savings, you want to save money or make more money, it comes down to behaviour. Like, all of it comes down to how you manage yourself and how you treat your life and yourself in your life. Like, the more seriously you take things, the better things will be for you, I feel, anyway. So if you actually take control and take stock of what's going to help you get there and actually plan to get to your goal, the likelihood of you getting there is far more up there than if you just set a goal and hope you get there. So that really is the kind of big message for this one. Obviously it's another hectic episode, but for this one, as I said in the last episode, I took my own advice and I've been enjoying myself the last few days, and although things are hectic, I feel good about it. And I hope you all had a good Christmas, and like I say, whatever that means for you, whether that be the traditional Christmas or something completely different, as long as you enjoyed it and you had a good time, fair play. And all the best in the new year. Like, there's too much pessimism out there, like, especially in the UK anyway. So let's put a little bit of optimism out there. Let's make some positive changes for the new year, and let's really set ourselves up to succeed. The seed for this episode is going to be just that: sit down, whatever your resolution is or whatever you want to achieve over the next year, sit down and plan it out and be realistic. Like, I forget who the saying's by, but I'm probably going to botch it anyway. It's something like, most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10. So be realistic with what your goal is, and then do your due diligence and do the backstocking, like how you're gonna find the path of least resistance and what you need to do in order to get there, and do it beforehand. Like, set yourself up best you can. Anyway, I'm very exhausted, so all the best, and I'll catch you on the next one.